Klepper's Corner, Trump, Merica. Here we go again. All right, folks, welcome back to Klepper's Corner, Trump, Merica, where economic downturns come with a mega hat and a side of Alcatraz. I'm Jordan Klepper, and I'm not saying we're in the twilight zone, but Trump just proposed a $1,000 deportation rebate and a White House ballroom. So, here we go again. Segment 1, Tariff, Tantrums, and Doll Shortages. This week, President Tariff himself managed to spark what experts are calling a global manufacturing slowdown. Trump's solution? Tell Americans that maybe your kid just needs 2 dolls instead of 30. Yes, welcome to minimalist misery, MAGA edition. Meanwhile, the economy just clocked the worst quarter since 2022. But don't worry, Trump insists it's a golden age. You know, like the Golden Corral during a salmonella outbreak. Segment 2, Indigenous Peoples Day, more like no. Trump also made headlines by canceling Indigenous Peoples Day because when you think healing national wounds, you definitely think double down on Columbus. Critics said this erases Indigenous contributions. Trump responded by not responding because silence is golden, especially when you're bulldozing nuance with a gold-plated wrecking ball. Segment 3, Hollywood dies. Again, in his latest Hollywood vendetta, Trump claimed the film industry is dying. Despite earning $30 billion in 2024, he also floated a 100% tariff on foreign films, calling them a national security threat because nothing says dangerous foreign influence like Paddington 3. Segment 4, Executive Orders and Bill Belichick? Even SNL joined the chaos, parodying Trump's flurry of executive orders and casting Bill Belichick as a policy whisperer. Honestly, at this point, SNL might be the only functioning branch of government. Segment 5, The Pope, AI, and a selfie from hell. Next up, Trump is the Pope. No, not metaphorically, literally. He posted an AI-generated image of himself dressed as the Pope on Truth Social. The Catholic Church called it disrespectful. Trump said it was divinely inspired. Well, someone's clearly hearing voices, but it's not God. It's probably Steve Bannon in a robe. Segment 6, Rewriting History with Sharpie. Trump also announced plans to approve a version of U.S. history for the 250th anniversary. Think of it like Wikipedia, if edited by the Tucker Carlson fan club. Historians are calling it propaganda. Trump calls it a beautiful reboot. Coming soon, the United States, directed by Michael Bay. Segment 7, Trump 2028. But just kidding. In an NBC interview, Trump denied plans to run for a third term, even though he's selling Trump 2028 hats. He also said it's unlikely he'll annex Canada, which, let's be honest, is the least comforting way to say you won't invade a sovereign nation. Segment 8, Art, Cut, Ballroom, Build. Trump is slashing arts and humanities funding, but is personally funding a magnificent White House ballroom. Because what better time to add a dance floor than during economic collapse? Critics call it extravagant. Trump says it's MAGA elegance. I say, pass the Pepto. Segment 9, Deportation deal or game show gimmick. Trump's new immigration plan, pay undocumented immigrants $1,000 to self-deport. Supporters say it's pragmatic. Critics say it's dystopian. I say, if this were The Apprentice, we'd have fired him 8 seasons ago. Segment 10, Declining Approval and Exodus to Europe. Polls show independent voters fleeing Trump, and some Americans are planning to flee the country entirely. One couple said they were leaving because of Trump's policies. Trump replied they were probably foreign anyway. That quote may or may not be real, but it feels spiritually accurate. Segment 11, NFL announcement. Unclear but loud. Trump stood next to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and made some kind of announcement. Details were fuzzy, but the photo op was loud. Either he's merging the NFL with ICE or he just likes shiny things. Either way, it happened. Segment 12. MAGA's next chapter. Media figures like Megyn Kelly are now speculating on Trump's successor, with names like J.D. Vance tossed around like expired coleslaw. If MAGA is a movement, we're in the sequel where the villain keeps respawning. So let's recap. Tariffs are tanking the economy. The Pope is being deep-faked. Hollywood is under siege. The arts are canceled. Ballroom dancing is in Canada, remains nervously polite. And through it all, one thing's for sure. When Trump says, "Here we go again," he doesn't mean forward. That's it for Klepper's Corner. I'm Jordan Klepper, reminding you, when the Constitution is optional and the Pope is digital, you might be living in Trump Merica. Good night, America, and may your tariffs be ever in your favor.
I made a big old promise, said I'd fix the price of gas. Told you eggs would be cheaper, but now you're crying at the checkout fast. Said I'd be the best, folks, believe me, it's true. Now you're selling your furniture just to buy some stew. Yeah! Ooh, what happened to that? Ooh, I did that. Well, I did that. Groceries high as a cat in a hat. You thought I'd save your cash, but now your bank account is trash. Oh, I did that. You did that. Oh, no. Remember when I told you gas will be so cheap? Now you're crying at the station, filling up ain't neat. A carton of eggs, forget about those. Better start investing in some backyard crows. Get a chicken, we blame the Fed, blame the Dems, blame the media too. Blame Hunter, blame windmills, what else can I do? I take no responsibility, that ain't my style. Now let's all pretend this didn't happen for a while. Call, get a chicken. Ooh, well, I did that. Economy's flat like a popped air mat. You thought I'd bring relief, now you're cutting coupons like a thief. Oh, I did that. Yeah, he did that. Ooh, Listen, folks, listen. I never said prices would drop. I just said eventually, maybe by 2053. And hey, windmills, folks, you know they're to blame, right? Windmills and Nancy Pelosi. That means he ain't got one. Ooh, Listen, folks, listen. I never said prices would drop. I just said eventually, maybe by 2053. And hey, windmills, folks, you know they're to blame, right? Windmills and Nancy Pelosi. So if you're feeling hopeless, if your wallet is tight, just re-elect me, baby, and I'll make things right. Sure, last time I failed, but let's not dwell, 'cause this time my plan is, that means he ain't got one. Ooh, some say it's the markets, some say it's a trend. I say just trust me, 'cause I'm your best friend. Forget all the past, ignore all the facts. Let's all pretend that I never said that. La 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 la, don't check the tapes.